What's up, y'all? It's Tiffany Lee and I'm back again with another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a prep, install, and review for you guys. This wig is by the company Princess Hair on Aliexpress, and it is a 13x6 34-inch straight 200 density wig. So in this clip, I'm just finishing unboxing the wig, and right out the package, the hair was super soft, there was no scent, and the density felt pretty accurate from the top to the bottom. I did go in and wash the hair with shampoo and conditioner just because I like to wash hair when it comes fresh out the box. And I will say that this hair had very minimal shedding even after I bleached the knots, which y'all will see me do in a few more minutes, but this is just me making sure that I get the hair super clean before I begin the rest of my prepping process. So for this next step, I decided that I wanted jet black hair. So I'm going in with some Adore dye, and I just used one bottle of each, one of jet black and then the other of crystal clear. The crystal clear just makes the hair super shiny, gives it that luster, that brand new, super expensive hair look, if you know what I mean. It just jazzes the hair up a little bit. So I'm also using some silicone mix just to make the hair softer, shiny. The hair was already super soft like I mentioned earlier, but I just wanted to give it a special touch because this was my birthday wig, so I just wanted to be extra and go all out. So as you guys could see, I added some hot water into my bin, and then I'm also just adding all the mixes that I told you about. So my jet black dye, my crystal clear, my silicone mix, and then I'm just going to give it a good stir, dip the hair in a couple times, and then leave it sit, set my timer, and then go from there. And I do want to mention that I also did put some Got To Be Blasting Freeze spray on the lace just so the lace doesn't get dyed. So as you can see, to dye the wig, I'm going to be doing the ends first, give it a good whirl, dip it a few times, and then dip the full thing in and then let it sit. I did repeat this process a few times, and then I also did go in with a brush and just detangle everything just to make sure the product was evenly distributed. Once my timer's up, I'm just going to give it a really good rinse, but I'm not going to wash it out yet just because I have to bleach the knots still. So this is just me going in with my sprayer, making sure all that color is out. And this is me just showing you guys what that crystal clear and silicone mix does. It just makes the hair super shiny and really takes the wig up a notch. So now we're going to begin bleaching. I'm just using my BW2 bleaching powder and then also a 30 developer, giving that a good mix, making sure it's like a toothpaste consistency, and then I'm going to begin applying it to my lace. So I'm starting from the back and working my way to the front. And I just wanted to make a little bit more just because I forgot this was a 13x6 frontal, so you'll see me add a little bit more product. I just wanted to make sure I had enough to cover the entire surface. So now I'm giving the wig a really good rinse once again, making sure all that bleach is out of the lace, And then I'm also going to be going in with a purple shampoo to take down the brassiness. I did end up over bleaching this wig just a little bit, but you'll see me fix that later once I begin installing. So I'm just going to massage that into the lace and then let it sit for a couple minutes, rinse it out, and then give the wig one more wash and then a condition. Now we can begin plucking. So I like to section out the first part just because I don't like to over pluck the hairline too much in the front. So I like to section that out and then I just begin randomly plucking. I try to follow the skip pluck method, but I always end up just doing my own method. So really I just use my eye for it and just see what looks good, what needs to be taken away, what parts I need to stay away from so I don't make the wig bald. And I just really like to take my time with this part. I really don't have a specific technique. Like I said, I try to follow others, but really I just do what works best for me. So I also like to go in with some water just to make everything lay flat, and then I use a rat tail comb or any small comb just to section off the hair and make it lay as flat as possible. I really just like to have as natural as a hairline as possible. So as you can see, this is what I have so far. So I'm just gonna go in and touch up where I need to, and like I said, just really take my time. It's hard to explain, but if you look closely, I like to just pluck so where it's like a bunch of little skinny lines in between the hair, but it still has a full look, if that makes sense. So I just don't want the hairline to be too bulky, but I also don't want it to be too thin. So in some spots I'm plucking in the same place, trying to get those little skinny spaces in between, but then I'm also leaving some spaces unplugged. And this is what it looks like once we finish plucking. So now we can begin the install. For my bald cap, I like to use as thin of a cap as possible just to give me the most natural look so it's seamless under the wig. And then I go in with some Got2b. I'm looking crazy. I have the wig cap like all in my eye, but I can't explain how I cut it really. I just want you guys to watch because I feel like it'll just be easier for my visual learners. Like, just watch what I'm doing. I don't like to cut the cap all the way. I just like to cut like a little band for myself, and then I like to secure it on my head. I don't know why I'm still explaining this. I literally just said I wanted y'all to watch, so I'm just gonna be quiet and let y'all watch so I don't confuse y'all. Once I have my little band cut away and that method is complete, I can go in and begin cutting off the excess cap. So I just want to make sure that I'm cutting as close as I can without revealing my hairline. And I just like to take my time cutting in very, very small sections. Once I'm satisfied with my bald cap, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up my forehead with some alcohol. And then I'm going to begin applying my glue. So I just like to use really tiny dots And I first like to focus on putting it on the cap just so I can secure any of those white ends that were sticking up that didn't stick with the Got2b. And then I go ahead and do my layers for my install. So I did do 4 layers for this install because, like I said, this was my birthday wig. I was going on vacation, wanted to make sure that the wig stayed. However long you want to keep your install is however many layers you do. So if you just want to keep it in for a couple days, you just do 1 to 2 layers. But if you want it to last longer, then I would suggest 3 to 4. So I also put some foundation on the lace, and then I like to stick the wig down very carefully, push the lace in with a comb just to make sure it melts all the way, and then I like to cut out my ear tabs. I love cutting out the ear tabs because it's just a way of me making sure that the wig fits my head perfectly. I just enjoy customizing the wig and tailoring it to my big old head, so now I'm just also sectioning out a piece just because I wanted to cut the lace up a little bit higher just to match it with my natural hairline. Then I like to clean up my forehead once again with some alcohol, and then I'm going in and doing those 4 layers of glue I told you guys about earlier. And I do want to mention that after each layer, before I do the next one, I do like to make sure that the glue is clear or almost clear, and this will just give it that extra melted look and prevent it from having that white film. This is me just signaling that I'm doing 4 layers of glue, and then I'm going to begin laying my lace. And as you can see, I was very nervous for this because I'm always worried that it's not going to be positioned right, and then I'm going to have to start all over and take all the glue off, but luckily it landed perfectly. I love the placement. I just like to push everything in with my comb and then go ahead and tie everything down with an elastic band. Then I'm going to be going in with some spritz, and then I like to do the band in sections, so I'll be going in with the band like 2 or 3 times just to make sure everything is all melted. I'm using my scissors to cut the lace away in pieces, and then I like to use my razor. I like to use my razor to cut as close to the hairline as possible just to give it a more natural look. The jagged edges just give it a much more natural look as opposed to just cutting in a straight line. So that's just what I like to do. I notice a lot of people use the same method as well. Then I like to go with my spritz once again, and then you'll see me use my elastic band again shortly. Here I'm just using the cool setting on my blow dryer. Once again, just making sure that I have a good melt. And once I have the perfect melt, I'm just going to go ahead and begin styling. I decided that I wanted a deep side part, so you can see me just doing that. And I did mention earlier that I did over bleach the knots just a bit earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and touch that up with the black spray. But for right now, I'm just adding my wax stick, and then I'm going to begin hot combing, making sure everything lays flat. And then I'm just going to flat iron. I just wanted a bone straight look for this wig. So I just made sure everything was nice and slicked down. There were no flyaways. This is me just continuing to press the hair out, chasing with a rat tail comb. And then this is the brand of the black spray that I use. I'm just using my rat tail comb, the end of it, to section out the part. And then I'm going in and cleaning it back up with some concealer. So this is how the hair turned out. This is the final result. I absolutely love this hair. I thought it was so thick, so soft, so pretty, so shiny. Like, just look at the way it flows. I absolutely love this hair. So long, like look at how long it comes down. I just love this hair. It's been so long since I had black hair, and I just felt like it hit different. It already hit different because it was a 34-inch bust down, but you get the gist. You get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I love this hair. I don't have anything bad to say about it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you stay blessed, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.